Hello everyone, this is Monty Stewart. In this video, I want to talk about self-reflection and how you can use self-reflection to increase your inner strength in the form of persistence and resiliency. So what is self-reflection? Self-reflections are those moments where you get quiet and you just think about or reflect what's going on in your life. Whatever is on your mind. Normally, there's something going on, but also more generally, what is it you want to do with your life? What are you trying to accomplish? If you're having certain feelings that you need to work through, it's normally this time that you work through those feelings. Whether something's making you feel bad and you're trying to figure out the best way to deal with that, or you're feeling good about something and you're just trying to, enjoy that good feeling and put it in perspective. So self-reflection is a moment where you're by yourself. You're getting away from all the noise of the day and you're just thinking about what's going on with you. And it's a benefit to do that because there's so much going on in the world and we're being bombarded by so much information that sometimes it's good just to get quiet and just think your own thoughts and think about what's going on in your life. So the next thing with self-reflection is some of the benefits. One benefit is identifying your strengths and weaknesses. We all have strengths and weaknesses. There are some things we're very good at. Perhaps we were always good at it, or perhaps we became good at it because we practiced it. There are some things we're not good at, our weaknesses. Maybe we need to practice it more, or we're just not built for that. But it's good to know what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, because you're going to play to your strengths in your lives. You're going to play to your strengths in your workplace. You're going to play to your strength during your leisure time. You're just going to use your strengths, which is your natural capabilities and the things that you learn to improve your life. And so it's good to know what you're good at. And to the extent you may consider a job or something where you're weak at something, then you need to know if you're going to be good at that job, or if you want to pursue it, that you need to improve your weaknesses. It just becomes an issue of self-awareness. Self-awareness comes in part through self-reflection. So besides considering your strengths and weaknesses, another benefit is learning from your mistakes. We all make mistakes. They're inevitable. Someone once said life is trial and error. You're learning as you're going through life, and sometimes you'll make mistakes. But sometimes when we make mistakes, we feel bad. I made this mistake. We worry about what's going to happen to us, whether it be a negative consequences. And not all environments, whether it's a school environment or a work environment or a social environment, they won't support you in making a mistake. They will actually try to ostracize you and hurt you. And that's why people are afraid of making mistakes. However, making mistakes happen under the best of circumstances, and they're inevitable. So although it's natural when you make a mistake to worry about what's going to happen to me and have some level of embarrassment about it, once you get beyond that initial shock and trauma, you need to ask the question, how did this mistake happen? How can I fix it? How can I avoid it in the future? And what can I learn from it? Maybe there's something you should have been doing that you weren't aware of. You can become aware of it and put it in your routine in the future. Maybe it just happened. It was beyond your control. And then you need to consider that sometimes in life, bad things will happen that are beyond your control. And you just have to learn how to roll with the punches in those conditions or circumstances. So learning from mistakes is another thing that you can learn as you become self-aware during those moments of self-reflection. Another thing during moments of self-reflection is to just start thinking about your performance. You have goals. You're trying to meet your goals. You've made a plan on how to meet your goals. The question is my life going according to plan? Your life doesn't always go according to plan. That's just part of life. But to the extent that things aren't working the way that they should be, then you want to know why. You want to ask yourself, well, what's going on with me? Why am I not doing the things I should be doing? Am I doing the wrong things? Do I lack the resources? What's going on, and how can I do better at it? And so it's during those quiet times that you can just think about it without worrying about some negative consequence, without worrying about someone judging you or putting you down. You can begin to think about your performance. So that's another benefit of self-reflection. And then another benefit of self-reflection is just taking the time and recognizing that you need to build resiliency. And what is resiliency? Resiliency is your ability to bounce back from a bad situation. Things happen. As I said, mistakes are inevitable. We have weaknesses. Sometimes we're in a situation, and because of our weaknesses, we couldn't handle it as well as we could have. And as a result, something bad happens. It has a negative consequence. It worries us. It stresses us. Maybe it has a negative financial impact. Maybe it has a negative career impact. And what you have to do is you have to be able to bounce back from it. Number one, as we discussed earlier, you have to learn from your mistakes. Number two, if it wasn't a mistake, you just have to learn that that things happen. And also, you just have to be able to bounce back, to tell yourself, I will weather the storm. I will get better. I will learn whatever lessons there are to be learned from the situation, and I will continue to move on towards my goals. These are some of the benefits of self-reflection, just getting quiet and trying to get in touch with yourself. And just to review, number one, identifying your strengths and weaknesses, learning from your mistakes, tracking your performance, and building resiliencies. So that's it in a nutshell. Be sure to visit my website, stewartpublishing.com. I have a free download at the bottom of this video that I think you'll find helpful. And until the next video, have a great day. Thank you.